recording? Oh, there we go. Hello, recording!
Hi.
Hello! Let's go! Welcome back to Tales of Astera, session 60. After a couple months break, we're finally back. And we're throwing out some webcams yet again, because Taylor requested so. To begin, I suppose, we're going to look at some meme-spiration. So we have a couple submissions. One from Taylor and a couple more from Leah. So cast your votes now.
Oh man, the Barbie Oppenheimer one, I forgot about that. That's a good one.
As much as I hate to give Leah the thing, I just love those kids would be very upset if they could read. It's true and it's horrible.
I am definitely voting for Taylor for the most recent entry because I think
that is very accurate.
It's very accurate, and I feel bad for poor Arwynn.
No, I can't vote for Leah because of that. What is it? Typo.
Yeah, true. The typo is there.
Arwynn's the only
Leah forgotten
remanning.
Yeah.
Remain.
Alright. Well, Taylor, that means you get inspiration for this session. You get to reroll any d20 that you like, and make sure you do use it, because we often forget to use it in session.
Mm-hmm. I'm inspired.
Okay. Moving back over to Roll20 here. I wouldn't dare force anybody to try to do a recap after so long, so I will take the mantle for this one. Previously on the adventures of Rook and the Crooks, or whatever our party goes by now, we made our way to Boulderfall to meet up with a crazy, unhinged tinkerer, inventor person who Silithy was acquainted with, mostly to try to get some prosthetic limbs for her, as well as try to see if they were able to repair Henry. While we're in the house, there were a lot of weird contraptions and things that ended up being kind of like landmines to avoid. But overall, it was mostly safe. Mostly. The party obtained a couple items while they were down here. Eileen picked up a set of message stones, which can be used to send messages to whoever was holding one of the message stones, as well as Arwynn, who ended up stealing a strange bow that had some elven script on it. Now, nobody noticed her doing so, and she kind of went out later to kind of attune and kind of work around the bow later on. So nobody's necessarily aware of that, but it might be strange seeing Arwynn with a new bow. We'll have to see later on. But after we got out of there, we did some things in town, published Rook's Ravenous Roaster, and Miara followed up on a little secret series of events that led to a strange ethereal kind of person, a broker person. She kind of asked some questions and things, learnt about a strange person who seems kind of immortal, who is kind of immortal in the bottom right hand corner of the map, and lots of those things. But after that, we noticed the people that didn't go into questioning, that is Arwynn and Eileen, noticed a strange person kind of skulking about the rooftops of Boulderfall. And it just so happened that this person was Ato Pri, the former CEO of Crimson Corp, former pirate, as well as someone who Eileen is somewhat associated with, but not directly. But you discovered that there was a crow member amongst the crow member in the town, and you kind of SWAT teamed into the little tiny cottage house and just ended up just murdering him in broad daylight. So that was the whole thing.
No, not in broad daylight. In a house where
In a
nobody can
house.
see us.
In shaded daylight. Ato Pri gave us some information. He said things are about to go down pretty soon. Things are going to get bad over the next couple days, if not a couple weeks at most. And there were lots of things that were going to start ramping up from this point forwards. So, after hearing all this information, Miara decided to help the party get to Saint's Bridge, which was the city that was mentioned in the prophecy. You're not sure exactly how Saint's Bridge requires everyone's help, but you kind of went there. You also parted ways with Miguel and Fenny, who you later found out might be related to the prophecy, and you might need to jump back and forth and whatever. But we're here. After we arrived in Saint's Bridge, we had a conversation with another friend of Silithi's. This is a tiefling individual who has some magical capabilities and knows a lot about what was going on in Saint's Bridge at the time. So there were a few things, and this is what kind of dictates what you guys do this session. So there was the Twilight Safeguard. They were kind of acting a little bit strange. Things have been a little bit weird. The leader of the Twilight Safeguard hasn't been seen around as often, or has just been acting kind of strange or out of character in general. There was also the people of the Saint's Bridge Cathedral, who apparently there was plans to resummon the Keeper of the Flame, but Perseverance didn't really know too much about that. And he gave you Lieutenant Keon, which is his familiar, to kind of like follow along with you guys as a kind of like guide in case you need any help or need to contact him in any sort of way. So, as we kind of like exit out of the bar area, all the like after like having a couple drinks with Perseverance, you guys kind of like walk out the front door. The little cat, which is my current profile picture. I'll send a thing in chat in a moment, I suppose, but it kind of like follows along behind you all. Okay, now I know everybody's got high passive perception, but who's got the highest to see who?
I have a 24.
Yeah, Miara's is like heckin' high.
Passive? Jesus.
Passive perception.
Yeah, I
passive.
have 24 passive.
It's actually pretty high.
Good luck hiding from Miara. Mom
Yeah.
knows everything.
It is. No, it's 25 when I have Corvo on my shoulder.
Okay, do you have
15.
Corvo on your shoulder?
Say no, he's probably been flying outside the building, so Miara can have this one.
Okay, Miara. As soon as we walk out of the building, you notice Elric kind of turning semi-transparent.
Pauses. Brows furrow a bit. Oh man, is that normal?
Are you speaking to him?
Well, he said Arwynn is that, or she said Arwynn is that normal?
Talking
Taylor's-
to Arwynn.
Yeah, because,
No.
like, Miara doesn't know, like, is this a moment to panic or not? He's a sneaky sneak for all she knows.
It's a world of magic. It's hard to know.
Never seen that happen before.
That's not normal. She's gonna go and try to put a hand on his shoulder.
You kind of go to put a hand on his shoulder, and it kind of your hand phases through shoulder. Kind of like then notices and like turns to look at you. You see his mouth moving, but you don't hear any no voice or anything.
Like Arwynn starts panicking.
Does anybody have the observant feat?
Yes.
Okay,
Of course
that
you
means
do. Of course you do. Of course.
you'll be able to read his lips what he's trying to tell you.
Okay. I think now I have my 24 passive perception. It gives you a +5.
Yeah.
He kind of says, "Oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Am I turning into a ghost?"
He seems just as confused as we are.
He kind of begins like ruffling through his belongings. Takes a thing out of his pocket. Quickly like rushes over to you, Arwynn. Do you do anything?
What? I try to take what he has. I guess. Is he trying to give it to me?
Yeah, he kind of like holds it out, somewhat hurriedly. It looks like a golden sort of necklace piece thing.
Okay. Can I hold it? Is it?
Yeah,
not
you can pick it up.
ghostly?
Yeah, you can totally grab it.
Okay. I guess I'll take it from him because he's holding it out.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, you know the shape of a diamond, right? Kind of like that, but there's like 2 extra diamonds added to the extra sides. Not this diamond, like a you know, like a gem diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Miara, you notice him just saying a whole bunch of curses and swears until he's like very quickly becoming very transparent and ethereal looking. And at the very last moment, you almost feel like you get a glimpse of a frog. And then suddenly, Elric is like no longer here.
That's how he would have wanted to go.
Where's my Fat Guts tribute?
Oh, fat
Can't see
guy!
him, but
Oh my god, so cute.
he's so cute.
So
Keep
he
that in mind.
handed what to Arwynn?
What you have in your hand, Arwynn, is a periapt of wound closure.
That.
Okay.
Was that like
How
an
do I
artifact
spell
you
that?
found before?
It's a magic item, like a wonders item type thing. It was the one that we kept getting confused in Frost Maiden as to wait, which one is in what campaign?
Oh right, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Am I on the right page? Oh yeah, here we go. There you go. That's the
Yeah.
periapt of wound closure.
It's very nice.
It's almost as bad as Saren's situation, but you don't wake up. You just stabilize.
Stop it! I'm not over Saren ever.
I meant the dagger thing. I meant the when they had the dagger, they kept going down and coming up again.
You broke my heart. You killed me.
Oh, and how are you feeling in this moment?
Like, what the hell just happened? Where's my buddy? They're dropping like flies.
I'm gonna allow everyone here to roll a history check. Oh, and you get advantage.
Okay.
Oof.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in character.
I also got a 1.
Oh, and
You got a no one as
you
well.
you remember having a conversation with Elric at some point after accountability. He mentioned that he doesn't know how much time he has left, but he knows that he's on borrowed time thanks to Ilfric, the Flamebringer. And you'll recall that he put Fat Guts in that strange, like, holy beam all the way back when, he mentioned how Fat Guts resurrected him for a brief amount of time because of that.
Okay.
Are you gonna say anything? Or just gonna keep it to yourself?
I mean, she's got a lot going on inside. So I feel like she's not a very, like, emotional kind of person unless, like, I don't know, she's just had so much emotion going on that she's like, I can't do it anymore.
Okay.
Eileen kind of turns around and was like looking and like, did he go off somewhere? Did he just disappear?
I don't believe he's just gone somewhere.
You mean he just vanished?
And he was cursing quite a bit, and he was saying, "Am I turning into a ghost?"
I mean, that's not normally how ghosts are made, as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's not. But the world is having very odd events going on at the moment.
That's entirely fair. Arwynn, you have any ideas?
No. Really? Nope.
Hmm.
I mean, do you assume it's some sort of sinister motivation, or?
At this point, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I've had lots of my life taken from me already, and I'm just kind of going with the flow at the moment.
Do you need
You beat it, Mira.
Eileen kind of awkwardly looks at you and is just like, do you need a hug or something? Do you do hugs? Are you a hugger? I'm not, but I'm here if you need them.
I suppose a hug wouldn't hurt. Kind of like awkwardly reaches out a hand and is like, is this how we hug? Or
I know, they're both like awkwardly just like...
While they're being awkward, Miara just uses her giant frame and just wraps them both in her arms and pulls them
it's
into
like
a warm
high-fiving a fist
Oh.
bump. What? High-fiving a fist bump, but a hug, you know?
Eileen's just, like,
Miara's
squished
there to help
between the two of them.
Exactly.
These two very big, bulky people. Oh, they're muscles.
Miara is 7'3". She
Yeah,
got
no,
big
Miara's-
arms.
Pretty
Miara's
tall.
big just because of tallness. Arwyn's big
She got the
because of
long
tallness.
arms.
You guys
Also,
kind of
Arwyn's
get
big
pulled
people.
together
She's talking
by
about-
Miara.
Eileen's like this super, like, thin,
Super
light.
warm hug. You guys are kind of standing out in the rain as well, and it's like this weird, like dramatic, kind of epic looking shot. You will feel warm for at least a little bit in that moment.
Alright, let me out. Let me out. I can't. I'm getting claustrophobic.
Miara would not have let you go until you mentioned claustrophobia, then she releases you.
You also notice
like
Trot, just kind of standing off in the, kind of at a distance. Kind of like zoning out.
Are you good?
He doesn't respond to him immediately. And goes, yeah, I'm fine. I just... I'm sorry, what just happened?
Elric, I guess.
Yeah, this was going to happen at some point.
What do you mean?
Well, remember, he told us about stuff and things.
Right, but why
So,
now?
Owen, I've got something to tell you.
Okay.
Probably not gonna like what I'm about to say based on what just happened.
Poor timing, but I'll allow it.
I need to go on another adventure. I've
You
had
too?
these visions, dreams.
Mhm.
Something's calling me to go somewhere. It's like this place in my mind. looks like some sort of box. Like I need to go to this box or into this box for the time being or something.
Sorry.
I'm using the phrasing that Ethan used.
Way to break me, Ethan.
He's gonna go dig a perfect hole, like deep in the ground, and just gonna meditate in it for a while.
Ethan's like, yeah, just put Trot in the box for now.
Well, I suppose if that's what you're called to do, then go.
Where I'm going, I won't really need much of this stuff. So, kind of like takes out a hefty weighted bag of money, kind of like plops it in your hand.
Oh
That's so
gosh,
much money.
it's
Never
payday.
spent it on anything.
He never cared about it anyways. He never spent a dime unless he had to, like for room.
That's 446 gold.
Pathetic. I'm just kidding.
He wasn't
Compared
here
to
for,
what I have.
he wasn't here for that arc, I don't think. Or was he? No, he was.
No.
He wasn't. Was he? I don't think so, because I think he came back and he's like, wait a
spent it
second,
on.
what?
Oh yeah. I think you're right. I think you missed it.
But
Sorry,
I don't
it's-
have much time. Oh, and I'm sorry. I was just given a message right now that I basically need to leave at this minute.
Okay, I understand.
He kind of like puts his hand out like a fist bump pose.
Awkwardly, just.
You kind of return the fist bump, and it's the best fist bump you've ever had in your life. It makes good contact, no slipping. It's like it makes a solid sound as well. And immediately after, you see Trunt just once again for the second time run off in the distance in the rain.
Guys, it's finally happened. Everyone's gone but Arwynn.
Oh no.
The last.
Last crook.
I mean, you can. I mean,
Did
you
you
can
get
maybe
your-
get
Oh,
Reggie back, and you might be able to save Brooke.
Brooke,
I mean,
maybe.
we
It
do
might
have a
not
plan
be able
for
to
Brooke.
save.
We do have a
DM,
plan
did
for
you
Brooke.
get your emotional turmoil that you wanted?
Hmm?
Just kidding.
Wasn't this what you wanted?
I don't know. I don't know what I want half the time.
Okay.
But-
You guys, it's basically mid to late afternoon. It's raining and all that. You guys hear like a little meow spring up from your feet.
Yara looks down immediately as the druid she is, just animal.
Meow.
You see Lieutenant Keon kind of like waiting there impatiently.
Fine, that's right.
Is he talking to you? Can you speak cat?
I can certainly make so that animals in general understand me and what I'm wanting, but I'd have to cast a spell to understand it, which I suppose I can do. And Miara's gonna cast Speak with Animals. Tell me your secrets, cat.
Okay,
I
what
wonder
do
voice the cat will have.
you say to Lieutenant Keon?
You're meowing rather insistently. What do you want?
Well, I've been waiting here for so long for you to decide what to do.
If you couldn't tell, we were dealing with some farewells that we had to get over with before we went anywhere.
Well, they're gone now, so...
Can Arwynn understand this cat? Like,
No.
They could, like,
You can't.
No.
Okay.
We just hear like meows back and forth. Meow 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 meow.
Are you meowing?
Miara would be talking normal, just the cat would understand her.
Okay.
And the cat would understand her because Even if not regarding the spell, but because of this. So you're waiting for us to decide what to do. Would you remind us what those are again?
Well, I can help you get into the Twilight Safeguard. Or you could go take a look at the Saintsbridge Cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could get me out of this rain so I don't have to feel wet fur.
Miro just kind of nods sagely before looking to her two companions. So where exactly are we wanting to go? There's two options after all.
Can we get a very brief rundown, like what those were? I know you like did a recap, but
Yeah,
like
okay.
I don't
No.
remember the difference
There's a
between
lot.
the cathedral.
The
Yeah, I don't
Saintsbridge
remember the
Cathedral. You remember how back in what was this? What was the city called? In Flames Grace, how the old pope, the Archbishop of Flames Grace, oogwayed himself to summon the Keeper of the Flame.
Right.
Perseverance mentioned that something was going to happen soon relating to that, and perhaps you could take a look and maybe help out or do something to help them. The other option was the Twilight Safeguard was acting a little bit weird and strange things have been going on, and you most recently heard a first person recount of, the Safeguard chasing Miguel and Venny away after Miguel's friend got kidnapped or something.
Okay. So we could
And then didn't we hear
always
that his friend was dead?
His friend was dead by the time that Miguel found him, so...
we could always stop by like the cathedral and chat with them about the oogwaying thing.
The verb, the oogwaying.
No.
If that happens again, that's going to be the title of that particular session. The oogwaying.
The oogwaying.
Yeah, so we could like go and chat with them about it, and then we could go to the Twilight Safeguard, or we could just go straight to the Twilight Safeguard and hit up the cathedral on the way back.
I feel like we should go check out the Twilight Safeguard.
I feel like that's the more immediate thing. Is the Twilight
Yeah.
Safeguard.
Could be more immediate, yeah.
But the cathedral could also be just a quick, like, you pop in, you ask some questions, find out what's going on, have, like, a more solid timeline on things.
Because then if it's another oogwaying, then we can set up another defense against the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Is the cathedral closer?
From where you guys are, I would say the Twilight Safeguard's a little bit closer.
The Twilight Safeguard.
Okay.
Let's just
Okay,
go knock some heads in.
sure thing.
Miara turns to the cat. Seems we're going to the safeguard then. Lead on, and you can get out of the rain.
Alright, great. In regards to this, I'd probably wait until probably nightfall, so it's easy to get in.
At that rate, we might as well go to the cathedral in the meantime. We have to wait till nightfall.
We're going to the cathedral.
Off we go.
Discussion over.
Okay, you head over to the Saintsbridge Cathedral. It's a bit of a walks away. You guys kind of like walk over this nice looking, well-made stone bridge that goes over like a river that flows through the town. And much like the cathedral you saw in Flames Grace, it's this very well-made, intricate-looking building. It's not quite as big, but you can tell it's made probably by the same sort of architects or designers, just based on the exterior. For those of you who have been to Flames Grace, I forgot not everybody here would have been there.
Only one of us, I think.
Yeah, so only Arwynn notices
Arwyn's
this.
the only one.
A lot of things you're gonna have to talk about. Only talk to
Arwynn.
Arwynn.
Don't die.
I have to search my notes real quick.
Because then we're gonna have to, as players, forget everything.
For those of you with high passive perceptions, you notice the kind of like the like flames that are lit up, sort of like the holy flames or whatever you want to call them. They're kind of like flickering a strange sort of light. It goes from like red, and then every so often like a faint blue or purplish, and then turns back to red again.
Ooh. Would I be able to identify why it's flickering weird?
You could try roll a religion check if you want.
Religion. I'll try. I got pretty good smart.
No,
I'm pretty smart.
Miara doesn't know.
Okay. You're not 100% certain about why they're sort of flickering, but you could probably infer it's probably something to do with the recent events regarding the cult, the Mark of the Crow. But that's probably your best guess of why it's happening.
It's just being erratic.
It's just like danger, danger.
Okay, so do you guys like enter into the building?
I mean,
yes.
Are we not allowed? I imagine we would, yeah.
Yeah,
It's open, right?
it's open.
Like public, yeah.
You
I
walk
hope
in.
my outfit's appropriate.
You see a couple people just silently praying to themselves in the seats. And all of you sort of hear sort of like an echo coming down from the left hallway. It sounds like a couple people sound like distressed or kind of like arguing. It's sort of like a heated conversation at the very least.
Miara ears.
Miara is intrigued. Is Miara able to tell what's going on? Is able to hear what the argument is?
It's a little bit muffled from where you guys are based on like all the echo and sort of like the distance that you are, but you can get closer to sort of chime in if you want to.
Yeah, Miara probably go find a seat that's close to that hall and kind of sit down and like look as if she's blending in, but her ear is very like much like
Like directly pointed towards them. Like,
exactly, like she's blending in but also not, because people are like
Reading
praying.
this
They're not
book
looking at her.
Okay. You hear a sort of like feminine voice as well as a younger sort of like a young boy sort of voice. The older feminine voice kind of like speaks out. What on earth are we going to frickin' tell the Archbishop? What's going to happen? We can't. We had a whole discussion about this yesterday, and you lost the one key that we need to activate the ritual. Are you kidding me? And then the little boy is just like, I don't know, it was there, then it wasn't, and then I don't know what happened, and it was just like a whole bunch of like mumbling.
Oh,
poor guy.
Are you gonna like approach? Or are you just gonna let it play out?
is it clearly like behind closed doors kind of thing, or is it in the more open area?
This place doesn't have a lot of doors apart from like the places where the people like stay for like resting areas. So it's kind of like an open door if you just want to like peek in or whatever.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, questions, so.
Arwynn, no. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, I imagine concerned mom Miara is gonna go and investigate why a child is being yelled at.
Okay.
Eileen is behind you. She's not going to initiate.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
No.
Okay.
Just appears in the doorway. What's going on here?
You.
Just going over like, what's going on?
It'd be weirder.
It sounds like. It sounds like they're going in circles. They're going like they're touching the same points over and over. Like things happen. We need this and blah blah blah. How did you lose it? Whatever. And then you kind of like appear in the doorway, and like both of them just like zip their mouths and look directly at you, Miara.
Is everything all right?
You see an older dragonborn with red scales and a little human boy. The Dragonborn kind of like looks at you. You can see, based on what was happening before and just like what they were talking about, the Dragonborn lady is like pushing back like tears, like she's like emotional about this. Nope, nothing's alright. Everything's going wrong.
So I heard. What exactly has been lost?
Well, kind of like very quickly, kind of like power walks right up next to you, Miara. She kind of like whispers towards you.
Leans down so she can whisper.
You promise you won't tell anybody?
I'm not from this city. I'm not one to gossip.
The ring of the flame bringer. It's gone. We need it. It's a very special artifact that we need.
As I could surmise, what does it look like?
She gives you like a brief description. It's like almost like an engraved ring that has a flame holy symbol at the crown of the ring.
Oh. And
You-
this is part of a ritual of some sort.
Well, it was supposed to be. You can see the little boy's just like tearing up now, just like full on crying, just outright.
She kind of nods before turning to look at the young child. And where was it last?
Well, apparently we don't know. We don't know where it was, do we? It was supposed to be in the vault.
Peeking.
It was supposed to be in the vault, but it's not there. It's not there.
What vault?
I'm gonna need you to make a persuasion check here.
Sure.
Do you have problems with thieves?
Well, I sure hope not. There hasn't been a thief in the town in decades.
If we see where the vault is, even if we don't go into it, we might be able to tell more about what happened.
Eileen, I need you to make a perception check here.
Arwynn, no. With the thievery.
Jesse, I'm gonna give you the opportunity here. Do you want this to be above table, or do you want it to be secret?
Above table, let's go.
Okay.
It's more fun.
You kind of like listening into this conversation, you see Corvo swoop in and kind of land somewhere comfortable looking and kind of like makes eye contact with you. You could see everything like turn to black and white and things like slow down and time sort of stops for a moment. You hear a voice in your head. It's like that echoey, ethereal voice that you've heard before. Eileen, I have another assignment for you.
I'm all
Do
ears.
you... Okay, I was gonna say, do you accept? There is an artifact in this town that will be of great use to you in your future endeavors.
Is it this Flamebringer ring that was lost?
Well, that is a boon of itself if you can take it without anybody seeing. But that's not exactly what I was talking about. there is a device hidden beneath the Twilight Safeguard. I need you to find it and take it.
Will I know it when I see it?
You'll definitely know it when you see it.
Are there any dangers I need to concern myself about?
Just do your best to not be detected.
Undetected. Got the right person for the job.
If you can complete this task, I will grant you more power.
Sounds fitting.
Any more questions?
Do I need to do anything with it once I have it?
Once you have it, it is yours to use.
A gift of sorts.
I suppose you could say that. But I am not the one giving it to you. You are earning it of your own volition.
Right. Fair to me.
Excellent. And then things turn back to regular color and you hear emotional, high-pitched noise and crying and all that. Miara, what was the last thing that you said, sorry?
Even if we can look around the vault without going into it, then we can at least get a better picture of what might have happened.
I don't really, even if I want to, I don't have the clearance to let other people in the vault. So,
And
That's
who does
mentioned,
have
don't
clearance?
well, the bishop does, but then he'll know that it's missing. So, probably
I feel like
not
at this
him.
point, Arwynn would walk over
Even-
and notice the
even-
conversation and say, well, he won't give you clearance, huh?
Even if
Ow.
we go to the area around the vault, I might be able to help further.
Just like with combined efforts of Arwynn being in the room, her being panicked over what to do, and Miara giving this like soothing, calming presence.
You're just it's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
You got the brawn, you got the goth quiet one in the corner asking about like thieves and stuff. And you got like motherly Miara asking like it's okay. It's alright. Calm down.
Little pulp kid.
Quite the trio.
Okay. This is just like a high pitched kind of like screech to herself. You know what? I'm gonna get kicked out if they find out the ring's gone anyway. So why not break some rules? She's going to cast Bless on all of you.
Ooh,
Aw,
that's-
thank
that's-
you.
Is it
Um,
5 temp HP one?
So no, that's a
Plus
plus
or-
1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh.
And how long does Bless last again? Maybe I should have chose a different spell.
I thought it was only like a minute, but
Oh, it is only a minute. How about Enhance Ability? Can I cast on multiple creatures if I do that? I can only pick one. Miara, you're gonna get Enhance Ability for Dexterity. Instead of that, sorry about the Bless. You're gonna be very quick and very quiet. Don't. If you see anybody, just pretend that you're lost or something.
I will be very subtle.
She'll tell you where the vault is.
Wonderful. Miara's gonna go find it. But wait a sec. So, with her directions, does it seem near or far?
Relatively close. You just have to climb up some stairs and ladders.
Okay, so and ladders. Okay. Questionable plan. Okay. Trying to size up my plan here, and I love this music, by the way.
Oh yeah. We still got the tavern music going. Whoops. Oh well, it's fine.
Side question: how easy do you think it would be for a dog to climb a ladder?
Oh no.
It's different than a rope. It's a ladder.
It depends if the ladder is angled or not, which you don't know.
Mihara's gonna go quickly take a look at the ladder.
Okay, you guys are all like walking up the directions.
I imagine she just kind of goes, just a moment. I'm just gonna go investigate the ladder real quick because if she wants to do it before she gets there, is the main thing. She wants to do it in the main room with the two people.
Okay,
They're making sure it's safe.
I'm gonna say roll a d20. If it's 10 or higher, it's in your favor.
Okay.
Ooh, you just missed it.
Douglas!
It's a little bit too vertical. It almost looks possible, but you understand it's just too vertical for you to climb up there as a dog.
Okay.
Without somebody's help, of course. You could always get someone's help.
The funniest thing for somebody to walk in on. Just us
Daddy.
getting dog up the ladder. We're just gonna look to Arwynn and Eileen. Just, I have a plan, but I might need a bit of help with the ladder.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to need help getting up the ladder.
Can't you just climb it?
It will make sense in a moment. But
Can I borrow my boots of spider climbing? No, you have to tune to that. Never mind.
Yeah. I just
Sad.
need.
Oh, I
need
can carry the dog up with boots. Yes.
That'll be fine. I just need confirmation that you're willing to help me up the ladder.
Sure. Yeah.
All
Whatever you
right.
need.
And then Mihara's gonna wild shape down into a bloodhound.
You know, you could wild shape into something smaller. It's probably easy for me to carry, but whatever.
Stares very intently up at Arwynn. And then Mihara is gonna go and pointedly sniff old dragonborn lady and small child. Just to make sure that I know what their scents are. Also, you little Rom. There was a Rom and Rom has disappeared. Yeah, just gonna make sure that she had.
I missed the ROM.
All I can think of when I hear Rom is just the vacuous Rom.
No.
Okay,
Alright, so
so
Miara is turning into a bloodhound and sniffing the scents, and then gonna need help getting up a ladder.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah, just so that she knows what their scents are to not focus on them.
Sure. Yeah, you are using druid. Was it? What's the
Wild
word?
shape.
Wild shape.
To get down into a bloodhound.
Wild shape.
Oh my god, I forgot what it was called. Wild shape. You wild shape into a dog. And you begin sniffing around. You get a few scents. But it's a lot of the same sets of scents. So you understand that there's like probably a group of people who come to and fro frequently in this area. But you do happen to catch actually roll a perception check first of all.
Oh, I need to use this. I don't have. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I want to just quickly. I have several sheets that are just existing here.
I think you get advantage
what
because you're a dog on the sniffing.
I'm just getting the proper stats. Mastiff. Where's the Mastiff?
Don't you keep your mental stats as a?
I keep mental stats. Yes.
So
correct.
perception should be your perception, right? Or something? I don't know. I don't know how it
Let's
works.
see. Perception is wisdom. Yes. Okay. So advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. Okay. Advantage. Perception. That's wrong one. Well.
Well,
Hide from me.
you
Schnoz is powerful.
you for sure managed to catch a certain smell that's not commonly found in this area. You also happen to smell a certain cat familiar smell scent in here as well. As if the cat's been doing its own snooping around in this area before you even got to this place.
Fair.
But this one particular smell, do you like follow it up into the vault or up the ladder?
Yeah, probably follows it up the ladder.
Okay, you kind of
imagine
like...
that she was mostly sniffing around the vault to see if there's anything odd.
Yeah, so you guys aren't exactly able to get into the vault itself, but like, there's a rather secure looking door, kind of like enchanted with a bunch of weird runes that you've never seen before, some sort of probably holy magic that they're using to protect it. You notice that...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go. What's your question?
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I like investigate and look for telltale signs of like break-in?
Okay, yeah, while that's happening, you can roll investigation. Is there anything you want to do while this is happening, Arwynn, as well?
I'm
You're-
just supervising.
Okay, you're on guard. You can roll a
Oh,
perception
gosh.
check, see if anyone's gonna like sneak
Okay.
up to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Miara, you kind of like sniff around. You can tell that somebody... It seems like somebody kind of got to here. And by some metric or however managed to get into the vault, because you can definitely smell the smell from inside the vault.
Okay. And am I able to tell where they went? Like, that they just really left the vault after, and where they went after then?
Yeah, since you rolled a natural 20 and 29 is a pretty high number overall, you definitely understand that instead of like walking out the front door or anything, it kind of like leads over to one of the walls next to the vault.
Immediately starts sniffing at the wall. Just like, where did they go?
Okay. Eileen, you don't see any signs of break-in or anything like that, but you could think of a number of ways how to get in. Maybe if you were like a mage powerful enough to dispel the lock, maybe you could get in easily. You could also disguise as somebody else and like take their place as like a servant or something as they were going into the vault. Or maybe like if somebody was somehow able to dig in the vault from another direction, then maybe they'd be able to get in. But like those are the things that come across your mind. You don't necessarily see any foul play on the door itself.
Right. Miara, are you smelling something?
Miara, as dog, is just sniffing intently at the wall that the smell disappears into. And just like pawing at it.
I didn't see anything that would suggest that they maybe broke into the door, so there's not any foul play. Are you suggesting they went through? She points at the wall.
Miara more insistently paws at the wall.
All right.
I guess we're checking out the wall.
Oh yeah, before that, Arwynn, with your 10 perception, you can still hear
Yes.
the distressed woman kind of like downstairs just like sobbing and talking or whatever. But you also happen to notice a butterfly kind of fly in through the window and land on a flower.
Suspicious.
Eileen doesn't think anything of it. It's a butterfly on a flower.
Karate chop.
Are you killing the butterfly? Is this are you doing this non-lethally, or are you killing the butterfly?
Non-lethally. Non-lethal. Just like...
Okay, roll a d20 for me, plus your strength.
You're gonna nat 20 murder.
It doesn't matter. I don't need my strength. I'm gonna obliterate.
You go over to this butterfly and just like karate chop it. You see it like it's just about to leave back out through the window again, and you karate chop it into to the side of the window, and you hear this like tiny little thud as it like drops to the ground.
She turns her head and says, "Can't trust anything these days."
Normally I would agree with you, but it looks just like a little butterfly that you just. Are you sure?
You may see a butterfly, but I see a monster with wings and fangs, and it's gonna kill me.
You can see it kind of like twitching on the ground still.
I don't know how I feel about that, Arwynn. It's very pretty. You just kind of whapped it.
She takes pride in her whapping of said butterfly. I did that, like a proud cat that brings a dead bird to its owner. Like, I did that.
I scoop it up and kind of like dump it out the window that it came in through.
Oh gosh.
Fall damage.
As you do that, the non-lethally
That's what kills
unconscious
it.
butterfly plummets to the ground and perishes.
Unconscious butterfly.
Eileen.
On the windowsill. Put it on the windowsill.
Eileen and Miara, with your passive perception, you notice the wall that Miara sort of discovered. There's a very likely chance that this is a fake wall of some sort.
Miara isn't like still pawing at it and trying to get through it. It's just kind of wait for somebody with hands to do something, because he does not. Because she wants to maintain the scent to be able to follow it.
All right, I'm kind of analyzing the wall to see if there's any sort of like hidden secrets or glyphs or like even just like hand prints from a dirty hand from doing something. I don't know. Just kind of like, I guess, investigating the wall too.
You all can roll investigation if you'd like.
Investigate.
Investigation, which I do not have well. No.
No.
Noggo.
My rolls are garbage except for freaking that one perception check.
That got you everything. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys kind of like press up against the wall, kind of like pushing random bricks and whatnot, see if it's like a special activation or something. I'm gonna roll for Lieutenant Keon here.
The cat's gonna figure it out.
Miara, you feel like a little scratch from on your back left leg.
Hey.
Amelia just like looks over.
Hey, look at that over there.
Kind of like points over to the corner of the room. Beneath one of the like decorative flower pots, there seems to be some sort of like pressure plate mechanism.
Of course.
Would you mind going to step on it? I'm trying to keep this scent.
It looks like there's a flower pot already on it, meaning you'd probably take it off.
Gotcha. Would you mind moving it then?
Well, I can't move it. Look at these paws.
You cats
You
and your
think
no
I
hands.
Oh, sorry, what did you say, Miara?
And you think that I can?
Well, I certainly can't.
Lieutenant Keon.
Cats
You guys see this like dog and cat just like chatting to one another.
I know. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're kind of foresty, right? Can you understand animals? I'm gonna take that as a no.
No.
Okay.
You see, you two see Lieutenant Keon kind of walk over to the corner of the room, begin like pawing at the little pot, looking at both of you.
I was gonna say, like, this is the first time I've ever heard a cat not want to knock something off of something. Like,
This is a really heavy pot.
Look, I'd be more than happy to, but this thing's out of my league.
we'll try to
Arwynn?
get their attention.
You seem to be very bulky. Can you move that? For
Time to bring out the guns.
no, carefully, quietly.
That didn't happen.
See another butterfly fly in through the other window.
Triggered.
Kidding. Okay, Arwynn, what are you doing?
Pot.
Are you gonna move the pot? Yeah. this is you're totally strong enough to kind of move the pot. Takes a couple seconds, and then you hear kind of like a click sound effect. Sound effect? Click sound. Play too many video games. You hear a click sound as the wolf very, very silently opens up to a path.
Ooh. Why is the default status open, not the default status closed? So an earthquake happens and this door is going to open.
They didn't really think that far ahead, honestly.
Fair.
They thought pressure plate. Oh, cool.
Hey,
But you guys notice after a couple seconds after Arwynn like places the pot down somewhere, the pot like slowly like on its own moves back onto the pressure plate.
Ah,
safeguards, there they are.
Safeguards, sure.
In
Yeah.
case of an earthquake, it'll just roll on back.
I was going to say, some things have weird default. Like, our default setting for hiccups is hiccup, not don't hiccup. So it's just,
Okay.
I don't know why.
How much time? How much time do we have before the door closes again between?
It's about
Taking the
5
pot
seconds.
Ah, shoot.
What if we put
Okay,
the
we
flag
can
pot
make
on like
it.
the end of the hall?
Oh yeah, it's
Chuck it
easily
out the
within
window.
5 seconds of movement.
Can we break the pot?
You could try.
You could just like hang outside the door because Arwynn can clearly move it, so we can just like pop in and then you can.
Oh, and you're gonna leave me
Tie it-
outside? Okay.
No,
no,
tie,
you can-
tie it with
you can
rope
push it
to
yourself.
like the banister or something.
Yeah. To the ladder. The ladder
Tie
deserves it.
it with rope to the
Okay,
ladder.
so what's happening here? What are we doing?
I'm gonna
You-
tie
you
the pot
guys
to the
wanna-
ladder.
You want to keep the door open?
You want to keep the door open?
Yes.
Well,
Is that what you guys
okay,
want to do?
that is a good point.
That feels
That's a
like
good
a
point.
bad
I mean, what if
idea.
we can't get back?
There's gotta be okay.
Nope.
If somebody
scent-
made like
The
a
scent
hidden
does
door.
lead into the pathway as well.
If somebody made like
suppose.
this hidden passageway, there has to be some other way to get out. Like nobody's gonna build like a one-way tomb. Like,
Right.
you know,
Well,
You just
gotta
see
be
a whole
some
bunch of
sort way out.
skeletons in the path.
Jesus. Okay.
You see all these
Somebody made it.
people, like claw marks on the other side. Well,
Somebody made it purely as a way to foolproof for idiots that are trying to find secrets in the church. This is how we deal with the problems.
Okay, so are we trying to prevent the thing from closing or not?
I'll leave that to you
Um,
guys because I think we should just go in and let it close, so that people don't
Yeah.
know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Miara's main problem right now is just smell. So, whatever you guys do.
Okay, Arwynn, what's your decision?
All right. I've decided that's a good idea to let the door close behind us.
Okay.
Figure it out. Don't worry. If we need to bust down the door, we'll bust down the door.
You kind of activate the thing again, and the door once again silently opens. You see Lieutenant Keon kind of lead the charge. It's like a sort of darkish looking hallway. And you see like almost like very strangely enough, like little like light beams appear from Lieutenant Keon's like eyeballs, kind of like a flashlight. It just like turns on.
That's great.
Miara's following close behind to continue following the smell.
Okay. You get the sense that you're kind of maneuvering between walls of the cathedral. As you can see, you can hear kind of like people like murmuring and whatnot. But eventually the twists and turns that the path makes leads out to another sort of like ladder upwards.
Miara, maintaining the smell, looks over to Arwynn.
Certainly called it, didn't you?
No. First it
There's
was
a ladder.
butterflies, now it's ladders, now it's...
Just throw her over your shoulder. You'll be fine.
I suppose.
Okay.
Reluctantly throws dog over shoulder.
You put Miara in your
Dog
shoulder.
goes limp.
You then see Lieutenant Keon kind of like climb up your back and like on top of Miara.
Arwynn accepts this as her way of life.
You want me to lead the way? I can do that.
I suppose.
Okay.
All right.
You
Climb the ladder
ascend
first.
up the ladder, and the closer you get to the top,
And
the
Arwynn.
closer you realize this is probably somewhere, either in the town somewhere, or it's like somewhere close to the town. But you get to the top, and there's like a little like trap door that you kind of need to push open.
Push it
You-
open.
You push it open, and you appear. You appear in what looks like a pile of boxes somewhere.
Trot. Trot.
No Trot in sight.
Oh,
Not these boxes.
Oh no!
You're trapped in another
Arwynn.
box.
Trot is in another box.
All right. I kind of I peek and I kind of listen, look to see if there's anybody around before kind of climbing fully out of it and I guess crouching behind the boxes.
Yeah, you kind of like peer past the boxes. You're just in the town square somewhere.
Mm. So it is outside.
It is outside, yeah.
Okay. I kind of just like motion for Arwynn and the gang to continue.
Okay.
The second Miara is on land again, immediately goes sniff, trying to find the scent again.
Yeah, it kind of like leads you. There's like you eventually find the smell, and it kind of leads you, coincidentally enough, towards the Twilight Safeguard building.
Of course it does, because why wouldn't
does.
it?
You.
Them gosh darn Twilight safeguards. All right.
Problem children.
Problem children.
It is now evening. There's no more sun in the sky. It could be considered nighttime. Could be considered the prime time for you to maybe sneak into a building.
Miara looks over to the cat. Is now well enough for you?
Fine by me. I can turn invisible, so if you guys get caught, I'm gonna be out of there.
Especially since Miara can stay like this for 6 hours. So.
Damn.
Well, lead on.
You're just
Okay. Yeah, you guys look at the building. I suppose everyone can roll me a perception check while we're here.
Does this involve?
This
hearing or
is
smell?
this is sight.
Damn it. Okay, fine. Normal.
Good job, Arwynn.
Great.
okay.
+9.
Yeah, you all notice this building. It looks like one of the ordinary buildings, kind of like the residential buildings that you've seen in Saintsbridge the time that you've been in here. But you notice that the building has like a very kind of like faint glimmer over it, almost like as if like it's some sort of illusory paint or something like that.
Illusory paint. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a weird like glimmer over the exterior of the building. But from where you guys are, you only notice like one sort of doorway. There's no windows or anything. There's just one entrance.
Are there any guards outside?
There doesn't appear to be any guards outside or anything.
Is it open?
You could go check if you want.
Oh, locked. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're just gonna walk straight up there and try to open the door?
Let's walk up to the door and knock on it instead of just opening it. Like what? Let's just like knock. Like
Does
normal
the
people.
does the scent lead to the door?
The scent definitely leads to the door.
Okay.
We are
I'm
going to
gonna
stay as a
knock on the
dog
door.
for as long as she feasibly can until she has to not be a
Yeah.
dog, because then she still has the smell in her nose.
Okay.
Oh no, pancake. Uh-oh. No! Not the music.
Okay. Yeah, so Arwynn, you kind of head up to the door and you knock. Give a couple knocks. How loud are you making this knock? Just like a regular knock?
An Arwynn knock.
An Arwynn knock. Yeah.
Okay, it's an Arwynn knock. It's decently sounding Arwynn knock. You wait a few moments. You don't hear anybody or anything like that. Like, no response.
Arwynn, you are the opposite of subtlety. You realize that, right?
Oh, of course.
It could be used to our advantage if we ever needed a distraction. He'd be perfect.
I suppose.
I go to turn the knob to the door. Is it
Okay.
locked?
It feels locked.
Is there anybody looking?
You look around, there's nobody really here at the moment. Could probably
Does a
sneak a
Skyrim crouch
lockpick.
check to see if the eyes open at all?
Nobody's looking at you.
Alright. I'm gonna attempt to pick it.
You obviously have proficiency with thieves' tools,
I
so
do.
yeah, you can roll with that. Natural 20.
Oh,
You unlock every
Damn.
single lock in the building with just this one lockpick. No, I'm kidding.
Beautiful. They're all connected. by
This
this
is a
magical-
standard, like, easy peasy lock. You would have only needed to roll, like, a 2 to get this unlocked.
It just like pops open.
overachiever.
Yeah, you just, like, pop it open. Very clean. You make, like, no sound as well. It's, like, just very stealthy, very quiet, very expert. And do you open the door?
Carefully.
Carefully.
Okay.
Wait, should we
let's-
check for traps?
It's-
I never do that. I never do that. Should we check for traps? I'm gonna check for
Do
traps
we?
before
Okay.
I open the door. Very briefly.
We are moving over to the map here. Everyone should be over here.
Each their own. Yeah.
No.
Did that work?
Where?
Over there. Oh, yes, I know.
Oh, I'm on the wrong
Top
layer.
Left.
I
Look there.
see it.
Right here.
Door. Oh, door open.
The door is now open. You guys can
Close.
open and go through.
Door. Ooh.
I'll give you vision, Eileen, if you need it. What's your dark vision? 60?
Yeah, whatever half elf is.
People who also have dark vision in this campaign. What?
As Doggo, I do not have dark vision.
I have 60 feet.
Okay. Lieutenant Keon is giving off a bit of a light source in case you need it.
I definitely
He's
need
got
it.
eyes.
Okay.
For the sake of it, I'm just going to go, because Doggo form is not planned and not in the token, I'm just going to go with cat.
Okay.
In actuality, it is dog.
Emit light.
Arwynn, did you just like barge in there?
I guess, yeah.
Okay,
That's
can
the
you still
Arwynn
see
way.
Miara? Miara, are you able to see on the map? Hello?
5.
Oh,
Did
Hello.
we lose you?
oh, yep, there we go.
I'm.
Oh, there you are.
I was speaking. I can see within 5 feet of me now. I can see with the light source.
Okay, great. You guys like walk into the building. It looks like some sort of like hotel lobby or this sort of like interior that you'd see at the lobby of a hotel. You can see like a bunch of bookshelves and seats about. You see a few paintings on the walls. You see, with everybody's high passive perceptions, I guess I tell every. You also see a strange kind of like stone statue of a whale-like creature that stands kind of like the left of the reception desk. So just to explain, the reception area is like here, basically.
Mm.
Where I've drawn the little line there. So the statue is located here. What can I put here to represent the statue? We'll put
can
Trot
draw it.
there. There you go.
There you go. Are there any, like, is it dark in here, or like the windows open, or is it?
Yeah, so there's no windows in the building, and it is kind of dark in here. It's just darkness.
So we get the sense that maybe there's like no one in here.
You don't really hear anybody at the moment, so maybe not.
Okay.
You know how I've been.
Did you
You're
say?
not. Oh, sorry. You.
Oh, did you say there's something special about the statue, or it was just there's a statue in the corner?
Yeah, there's a statue in the corner. It's got like a red-looking gem in one of its eye sockets.
Okay. I kind of look down at Miara, Bloodhound Miara, and I just kind of whisper, "Do you still have the scent?"
Makes very pointed sniffing to see if she still has the scent.
Yes, it kind of like leads. It leads to a lot of different places in this area, actually. Almost as if they spent a little bit more time in here, and the lines kind of get blurred over. I'll just have you roll another perception check to see where it's the strongest.
Okay. With advantage, cause sniff. Confirmed 12.
With a 12, you kind of like see them, or you smell them kind of like maneuver around the whole area, kind of like going here and there and wherever, behind the reception desk, and like over here and all that. Eventually, though, you do get a scent of a lot of like strange scents standing at this point here.
Miara cannot see beyond this point.
Oh.
Where did you say?
This point here.
Miara goes and sniffs.
Okay. On the wall here, there appears to be 3 different paintings. There's a painting that's like brightly colored with like orange and blue color scheme. Kind of like shows a sort of like Colosseum style painting. So it's like a Colosseum painted with orange and blue colors, essentially. And that's like located on the left side of the wall here. Then in the center, there's like a cooler colored, like blue and green painting that depicts some forest animals in the woods. And there's also the third painting, which is on the right side of the wall, a darker colored, like city portrait on a wet, rainy day that kind of depicts the streets of a city, like early evening, give or take. So, yeah.
Is there anyone
Jessica.
that particularly smells more?
Yeah, the center is where you were drawn to, which was the forest animals. Yeah.
Miara goes and sniffs that painting very intently.
Yeah, you go sniff. How close are you getting to the painting?
Not touching it, but like close touching it. Like not quite touching it, but just
Big old sniff.
Given it a big ol' whiff, you expect to smell the smell associated with paintings, but you don't actually smell anything.
Miara's just gonna sit in front of the painting and look over at Eileen.
I just look at you and I look back at the painting and then look at you and I'm like, you're not giving me much to work off of here.
Lieutenant Kian kind of chimes in to your looking. I know the answer if you want, I can tell you.
You could figure it out yourself if you wanted to as well.
I mean, the answer would always be very kind.
But you could also figure it out on your own.
Keon is so funny.
I've never been one for puzzles myself.
Okay. You see Keon just like walk straight through the painting.
Eileen just kind of goes, "Oh, that'll do it."
Miara just goes, "Oh, maybe I can find more of the smell through here," and we'll walk through the painting.
Okay. Owen kind of like follows you behind. Yeah, you go into this room and there's like a whole bunch of like random crates and chests and barrels and all that. You see a couple like bits of like weapons and other sort of storage supplies just kind of like laying about. Yeah, at a first glance, this appears to be some sort of like armory or weapon storage area for the Twilight Safeguard.
Can Miara find the scent that had the ring?
Yeah, so you kind of sniff about. Eventually you find it kind of linger in this area down here on the bottom right.
Goes, "Yiff," and then go like searching through bag with nose.
I'm
You
kind of just like following Eileen, or sorry, Miara.
you dig
Not
through.
following with it.
There's not a lot in this bag. There's just like a whole bunch of like rice and other rations and all that. But like at the bottom, you find a little piece of paper.
Miara, when the paper is unveiled, sits back and looks to Eileen because does not want to get dog slobber on the paper.
As if reading your mind, she just kind of nods. She's like, "I appreciate you not picking it up with your mouth. That's really gross." She just like picks it up.
Okay. It reads, in common, it reads, "The moon is high, the night shall rise."
Okay. The moon is high. The night shall rise.
Yep. While this is happening, Arwynn, are you doing anything? Are you snooping around, or looks like you want to take a look at some of the crates?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll
I'd probably
me
take a look at-
roll me an investigation check.
Yeah. Investigation.
Hmm,
Going to use my inspiration.
okay.
Smart. Good call.
9.
Okay.
Yeah, you find the set of weapons and all that. You find one especially shiny looking shield. Like it's been like very well maintained. It's been sitting there. Like all the weapons around it look dusty. So this one is very clean in comparison.
Can it talk?
Not yet.
Just making sure. Interesting. I don't know if I want to touch it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it be. I'll
Okay.
come back to it if I
Yeah.
feel like it.
So Miara deciding that the scent has led to this bag, sure. And she also probably recognizes very distinctly what the smell is now, even if it isn't in her nose. It's going to change back into normal Miara.
Okay.
And is then going to use my special magic to cast Detect
Aw.
Magic.
Okay.
And then she's just going to go stalking through the various things here. We're not looking through every single container.
There's not
Maybe
a
it might
lot
get
of
back.
magical items in here, but your detect magic does pick on that little shiny shield that Arwynn noticed before.
I'm telling you.
It's
What type of magic?
the shield is located in the top left corner over here. But as you guys are like looking around, you also pick up. You think somebody's walked into the building. You hear the front door open.
Gosh.
Everybody get down.
Miara,
Find
hide
a hiding
behind.
Hide.
Miara, hide behind barrels because Miara tall.
Okay, you see Lieutenant Keon kind of turn his lights off.
No, your car's got your lights on.
Oh yeah, do you need new vision, Miara, on your token?
I can still see fine because I didn't get a new token. It's just I picked a different side before.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, kind of like walk into. I'll just leave Keon here just for recording's sake. He's hiding next to you, Miara. You see a couple of individuals, just kind of like. Sounds like they're having like a two extroverts talking really loudly, having like a fun, chatty conversation. You see a couple of like masked individuals like walk into the room. They kind of look like this and this.
Oh my god, this art is great.
It is.
And they kind of like having a chat, just like laughing and all that. They kind of like go over to the little corner where you found the bag and they begin like digging through the bag. Are you guys doing anything as you see this happen?
Do we
They
try to
talking about really
skedaddle?
loudly.
Yeah, what are
Sorry.
they talking about?
Well, I don't know, just like people they saw at the inn or something, like on the tavern.
Oh, okay, just like
Just
generic
random,
conversation.
like generic
Did you
small
go to-
talk.
Did you see the game? Yeah.
What were you gonna do, Arwynn?
Oh, do we try to like skedaddle?
Well,
No,
We have
like
not
they're
more to find
they're
here.
part of this.
I guess.
I want to get in on this, whatever this is.
Okay, just on based on the way that they're talking, you can tell they're at least a little bit drunk. They've had a bit of alcohol.
Okay.
Did we
And it-
look through the back?
Yeah, you looked through the bag.
Yeah?
That was the bag that where
Okay,
you found the piece of paper
the
at the
ring
bottom.
wasn't in there. It was just a piece of paper. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
Um,
time for a certain Duke guest to make an appearance.
You hear one of the,
No.
one of the people kind of, "Oi, the bag, where's the thing's not here." Oh, dude, it's always in there. They didn't move it anywhere, so like it should always be there. You should know that by now. Come on. Yeah, but it's like not here. I went through the rice and look, I kind of like turns the bag over and tips it all on the ground as like spills out everywhere. Look, see, there's no thing in here. At this point, I need everybody to roll me a stealth check.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Stealth.
I say, Miara, you still have advantage from enhanceability. We're probably at the
Excellent.
tail end of it.
Twice.
Okay.
I am heavy.
Miara is 7'3", hiding behind barrels.
I need Lieutenant Keon to also make a stealth check.
I imagine probably advantage hiding behind Miara.
Okay. So what did we get here? 14, 15, 12. Okay. Let's see if they notice you guys. It seems like they kind of go, well, maybe they put it in a different bag. I don't know. Did we miss a meeting or something? Oh, wait, there's supposed to be a meeting today. Maybe that's the one that they said that they're gonna move the bag. Why did we go out drinking again? I don't know, dude. It was just kind of felt like it. You know, it's been raining for so long, and I just want to see the sun again. And it's like so sick of just rain all the time. So gloomy. Dude, like, why do we have to deal with this? You kind of see both of them kind of like randomly opening crates just around. You guys doing anything? Lieutenant Keon kind of like speaks to you, Miara. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, and are you gonna say something?
Oh no, I'm thinking
Okay.
out loud.
I was gonna ask if they're wearing any sort of like telling uniform. Like, are the masks part of the Twilight safeguard?
Yeah, you realize that they're wearing the same uniform as the ones that you met before. Just that they're wearing masks this time.
Okay. I'm of the mindset I just want to like observe them and see where they go because it might be telling in what they do. So I'm just kind of like,
I mean,
I
they're
might
drunk,
play, like,
so how
the,
much could it tell?
they're super drunk. So like maybe I'm hoping maybe I can just play like the kid hide and seek where as they're moving closer, you just kind of like skitter over to another box and like just move around constantly.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like continue the conversation. Dude, I just want to go to sleep. I don't. Oh, why do they have to make a password so we have to get in? It's so stupid.
Oh.
Lieutenant Keon kind of chimes in. Hey, I can pretend I just wandered in here and stole the paper coincidentally if you want me to give it back to them.
Yeah, I hand it to the cat.
Oh.
And I give him the thumbs up.
Can you understand cat?
I don't think so
you're
at the
right.
moment.
I know. You're right. I understand body language.
You-
I mean, if the cat came over to me and was like clawing at me, like I would maybe give it to him. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you respond at
I
all?
could just like
Miara would kind of frown, look down at the cat, and then kind of crouch down even lower so that she could speak to it. I'm not the one with the paper right now, but I'm certain you can see what Eileen thinks of it. Eileen's an intelligent one, after all.
Okay. Keon kind of like casually sneaks over to you. Like it gives you, looks at you, and meows.
just kind of shrugs, like what, like.
Begins like clawing at your hand with the paper in it.
Oh. Smart cat. I don't say out loud. That's in my head. And then I kind of like just put it in Lieutenant Keon's mouth and give him a thumbs up.
Okay. Then you see the cat kind of like wander over to the two drunk people. Oops, I accidentally moved the barrel.
Barrel moved. Snake!
Kind of comes over
Snake!
here. Miara, you kind of hear like a muffled voice. With the paper.
Miara just has this amused grin slowly spread on her face. She doesn't
like,
laugh nearly as much as
dude, this cat stole a password. Get him. And they kind of trip over one of the barrels. As Keon just kind of like,
Guys.
just like casually takes one step back to like avoid being hit. Kind of puts the paper next to the dude and like licks his face. Oh, maybe it's a friendly cat, dude. He was just trying to help us find the paper, that's why.
Bless you.
Okay, they kind of like read the thing. They give Keon a little pat on the head. And they put it back in the bag that they were supposed to find it in. You see both of them kind of like just leave back through the painting.
I want to be like on them,
Okay.
tailing them as close as possible without
You guys
detecting.
haven't been noticed thus far. But let me just double check here. Yeah, okay, you see the two of them kind of walk above the kind of like receptionist desk and
Miara's gonna
past.
turn into a cat.
Okay.
And she's going to follow along behind them since they take cat as being friendly, apparently. And cats have the same perception with smell, now that I'm looking.
Right. You see them kind of like open a door behind the receptionist table. Kind of like go into this door. And he's like, dude, you forgot to do the thing. He's like, oh, why don't you do it? Oh, this is such a pain in the butt. And they kind of like walk back out. Hey, look, there's another cat now.
Just sits down and looks up at them with those like bright blue eyes. It's just like this kind of look on her face.
You kind of see the guy walk over to that weird statue that you saw next to the thing and like press on that red gem. And it looks like some sort of like button or something. Then he comes back in. And then he's like, sorry, cat, you can't come in, so... And then the door closes behind them.
Miara does the cat thing and just meows behind the door.
No, I can hear you. You can't come in. You can't convince me.
Keep scratching at the door with pitiful mews.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I have advantage because they're drunk?
Sure.
It's 15.
That's not bad as a cat.
Yeah.
That's pretty persuasive as a cat.
He's like, sorry, club members only. Next time, maybe.
Wow.
And then you hear the door kind of lock behind them. You don't really hear their like drunk muses anymore.
I hop over the counter, come over to the door, kind of put my ear to it, can't hear anything, and I'm gonna just open it.
Okay, you try to open it, and it's a locked door now.
Locked!
I was gonna go to that statue.
Counter. Whoop.
Can Miara as cat jump up and press the button, like press the gem?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow
Pounce.
Pretty,
Pounce,
yeah.
pounce.
They're pretty precise, and they need to be.
You press the button. Something happens.
Open door?
The door's still locked.
Open sesame.
Do I
Alright,
say
Arwyn's
the-
foot.
I was about to
It's
say
coming down.
Eileen to get her to say the password.
I say the password.
You say the password. Nothing happens.
Hey, Eileen.
Yeah?
Do you think it's time to kick down a door?
No.
My boot says otherwise.
My safety says otherwise. We don't know how many people are down there. There could be like dozens, and they could just come running up here and murdering all of us. And I would really rather not.
Miara, let's
I
have
like
unconcerned meow.
I go over to the statue.
Yeah, what Miara
and,
said.
I push the little like gem thing, and then I say the password to the statue.
Okay, you
Does it-
say
does
the
it do
password
anything?
is. You're not sure. You pressed the button and you said some words.
Is the door open from over here?
It's locked.
I don't know, Eileen. You're,
The door does have
ideas are headed
a
towards-
keyhole mechanism that you might be able to lockpick.
Yeah, that's definitely my next go-to thing. She just like
not breaking
comes
down a
over,
door, because that's
like-
always my first go-to.
they're trying to be all fancy with their stupid passwords. She's just like mumbling to herself as she's just like sticking her picks in the lock. Maybe? Cat finger guns? Oh my god.
Sorry.
17, yeah, you managed to unlock the door, and you get through.
Darn it.
Nice. I slip in.
Okay.
No, I will
Um,
kick this door down.
In this room, there's a bunch of like random pieces of papers and books and journals kind of like spread out across the room. There's like a couple bookshelves and other things. But you'll notice that in the corner of the room here, in the bottom left, there seems to be a staircase that leads downwards.
Nice. Let's go.
Okay.
Stealthily.
You guys all could be together so I can move you all at the same time and stop moving around, please. Thank you. You guys all move over to here. Yeah, so right over here, if you're missing where we are. You descend down, and into the room. There seems to be like a big open space. There's some like crates sitting about, with some other smaller looking crates, almost as if this is like some sort of like a room or place where people sit down to relax, or they just kind of like chill out or whatever. Maybe eat some food. The two drunk people, however, are nowhere to be seen at the moment. As you like walk closer into the room, you notice that this door down here seems to be already opened.
Okay. I'd like to, push myself against the wall, basically, and just kind of, scoot my way along and peek through the open door.
Okay, you look through that door. It seems to be some sort of like pantry or cooking space. Somewhere, food is prepared or cooked or whatever.
Okay. But there's no one in there?
There's nobody in there.
How's this door?
Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Before you open any other doors, you notice in this main room here, I guess, how far is our dark vision? Is it out of our... I guess it is out of our vision. Never mind. Okay, you try to open up that door. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Ah. Okay. Oh, wait.
Everyone?
I get to finally use
just
my...
Indomitable.
Yes.
Ah.
See? Good thing.
You try to open the door and you feel like a jolt of energy run through your body, and you feel all of your muscles lock up.
Ow.
In the meantime, you guys are in the pantry while Arwynn is stuck. You notice like a whole bunch of... Oh shoot, that's supposed to be...
I didn't mean to open that, I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be a locked door.
Okay.
You kind of see a bunch of pots and pans and stuff. You notice another cupboard. You're stuck where you are, Arwynn. You can't move.
Oh, I was just doing that so I don't open it accidentally again, because I tried to click Arwynn and I clicked the door instead. So
yeah, you shouldn't be able to open it accidentally now. I just fixed that for you. Sorry.
Okay.
There's another door within this room that's open, like a pantry thing. Just down here.
Yeah. Kind of.
Kitty is curious.
Yeah. Go in there, Kitty. What do you see?
Kitty goes to look.
What do you can't I see?
You see, in this room, roll a perception check.
Perception? Is it involving ear for eyes?
This is sight.
Ah, unfortunate. Only a 19.
Yeah, you notice a little lever actually in the corner of the room. Or the pantry.
Ooh. Miara looks at the lever and then sticks her head out with like this very intense look to her eyes at Eileen, and then like looks back at the lever very pointedly.
You catch in the corner of your eye as well, Arwynn kind of like freeze framed, like with her hand on the door.
I'm like kind of gesturing. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Come on.
Can't.
Arwynn, what are you doing? Come here.
I can't. I can't. I'm stuck.
I know it's hard for you to not like touch things, but please, come.
It's too late.
I know it's never too late. It's never too late.
Eileen, I am stuck. I can't move.
Sometimes it feels like we're stuck in our ways, okay? But we can always change. Change is always an option, all right? Take it from me. Change is always an option. Come
Miara
on.
just lets out a little attentive meow.
Trust me, I wish I could change, but now is not the time.
Maybe now's the best time.
I could.
Like frustrated, she's just gonna like march over here.
Okay.
Miara lets out an agitated little meow.
Yes, I hear you, Miara. I'm working on it.
Okay,
Eileen,
well,
don't you think I could slap you if I could? Gosh.
I'd like to see you try. Can you really not move?
She kind of like exhales softly. Just,
What happened? Was the door trapped?
yeah.
Arwynn, I'm trying to tell you, don't just touch things. Bad
It's
things
too
happen.
late.
I understand. This is a learning opportunity. Yes. All right,
Which
and
I
I'm gonna
won't
like,
learn from.
I'm gonna try and like take her, sort of like, you know, when you put your hand on like an electric fence and you can't move. I'm gonna be that friend that tries to like peel her off in hopes that whatever effect is happening like stops.
okay. So you're trying to pull her off the door, essentially.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's like stuck with like her hand on the door handle.
Yeah, and looking at this door, it looks fancier than all the other doors that you see in the place. Like it's kind of like gold lined around the edges. But you can try. Yeah, you could definitely try. You're just like trying to rip her off.
I'm just trying to peel her off.
Okay, roll me a strength check for me.
I am pretty strong, so. Good.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I get the good
You-
rolls until it's not what I'm good at.
True.
What does this nat one look like?
I feel like this nat one is me trying to like peel Arwyn's fingers off the door handle and accidentally touching the door handle.
Oh no, roll a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You also get locked up.
Oh
You feel your muscles tighten up and you can no longer move them.
Miara can't see, by the way. She can only like just because of the like corner.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll just move this guy back here.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like, hold on. My view right now is this.
Yes, I see.
Hearing. You got good hearing though.
I can't see them.
I'm like
Kian.
there, like intertwined with Arwynn. It's like, Miara.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Kian kind of like tells you, Miara, hey, I think your friends got stuck or something.
I was trying to get her attention with this lever here.
Yeah, it looks like they're stuck in the mud.
Do you know what this lever is before I just leave to deal with those idiots?
I don't actually know. I haven't seen this before. I've only been as far as this level, so if it goes further, then I'm not sure.
The cat's gonna hop down and begin skittering over to where they are. I'm gonna look over at them with this look of just...
Don't touch the door.
Hi, Miara.
Yeah, shush, Arwynn. You're the reason we're in this mess. Do you have, anti-magic magic?
Just shake her head.
No, Miara, please. Please. Please.
This is hilarious.
Maybe she doesn't have to spell magic.
We're
You're
stuck
just
here
standing there, staring at us. Please.
You see Kian kind of like move up on top of your head, Eileen.
No.
Just kind of like makes a little nest in your hair.
No. This is my home now. You know this is home now.
Miara's gonna begrudgingly drop Wild Shape, despite, it having a purpose before some people decided to do things.
Hey, I was trying to help, okay? Don't blame it on me.
I hope you understand that I can't do that again. She's gonna walk over and she's gonna try and pull Eileen off.
Don't touch the door. Whatever you do not touch the door.
I'm
Okay,
not touching the door.
Roll me
Wouldn't Eileen be touching the door?
Roll me a strength check.
Does it affect this? Does this affect it at all?
No, doesn't say anything.
I was
So
gonna say because of drag is what, but okay. You said strength?
yeah, it's not so much like weight. No, just roll a strength check.
Nah.
14.
14. You feel like you're almost there. You're just barely like unable to pull her off. Eileen, you take 1 point of door stretching damage.
I feel like my limbs are tearing apart. Please, hurry.
You
I hate
can
this.
roll again if you want.
Okay.
If you want. Nah, I'm just gonna leave him there. Frozen in place. Tin Man.
Yeah, sure, we'll try again.
Okay.
I have a plus 0, so okay.
Okay, you manage to get Eileen off the door, and you feel your muscles return to you as soon as you're like disconnected with the door.
Hey
That was
guys, you gonna help me?
I don't know.
We?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, I
Maybe we
was
should
trying
think
to
about it.
help. I tried
I mean,
opening a
there
door.
wasn't-
You can't fault me for opening a door.
I mean, there was
That's not
another
fair.
intention I was trying to get your attention to.
Yes, that's right. Maybe we should go make some progress before, something else happens.
Arwyn's
start,
in
like,
timeout. Oh,
I start walking with Miara.
okay.
You see
Wasn't my fault.
the cat kind of like sit
No.
next to you.
Can't do something.
I mean, I could, but you don't understand what I'm saying, so I'm meow 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 meow.
You asshole.
You didn't even hear what I said.
Whatever it was.
You're a cat, therefore, asshole.
You're a cat. You're not doing anything.
Kind of like
Well, that's what cats do.
turns on his like blinking lights, his eye lights, like shines them
Just
directly
trying to
into
make
your
a
face.
mockery of me, aren't you? Look at this dumbass over here. Spotlight.
Putting the spotlight on Arwynn.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the lever.
Hmm.
I'm not sure where it leads.
Are you gonna pull the lever?
And there's...
I can't believe they just left me. I can't.
What do you think it does?
Well, if I have any sort of intuition, it's gonna lead us downward. Somewhere.
That's an idea.
Some secret area of some kind.
Do we risk it?
I think there's some sort of connection here we need to follow up on. If
But
anything,
can
we're getting
Keon
back to the ring,
understand
right?
me?
Keon can understand you.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
He's hearing my insults.
I'm going to pull the lever.
Okay, you pull the lever, and you see a door open.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess we better go get her.
Alright. You help me do this.
Oh, you're
suppose.
Well, that's
Good
fine. I'm
God.
offering my services to you, and you are treating me like a piece of poop on the ground. Yeah, I totally appreciate that. I'll make sure to tell Perseverance not to help you guys again.
I'm just going to expend another first level spell slot for Speak with Animals.
You see Keon, like,
Can
just...
keep this one company?
No!
No.
I've been mouthing her face off, much to my disappointment that she doesn't understand me.
Fair enough. Let's try and help this one and hope that they don't do this again.
Touch the door.
Both of you can roll a strength check or one with advantage.
I think we both have 0 in strength,
Yeah.
so I guess we just both roll and hope for the best.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I'm here forever. Oh.
You
I
are...
like wrap my hand around your elbow, avoiding the door completely this time, putting my foot on the wall and like prying her off.
You guys are like ripped off the door. Arwynn, you kind of like, you're finally free after being tormented for who knows how many minutes. And then you see like Keon just like climb on top of your face. Gives you a scratch.
Face.
Look, you made a friend.
Does a 22 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
You take 1 point of slashing damage.
Okay.
I could kill a peasant.
Keon, we found a door. Come along now.
Yep.
You're the cat. I don't like cats anyway. I prefer dogs.
Yeah, I can't
She's
see
kind of
you.
just rambling onto herself.
Arwynn, please be quiet. And don't touch anything, please.
Yeah, I can't see
Who
shit.
was this?
Yeah, so you guys come out to another sort of long hallway. You guys, as you kind of like walking down, you notice there seems to be some small engravings on the wall. There's like a little dent there to indicate where it is. It looks like some sort of like magical rune or password or something.
Password? Password. Use password.
All right.
Miara
it's
will
the password
speak
door?
aloud. Miara will speak aloud the password. The moon is high, the night shall rise.
Yeah. You say the words, and as you do so, the engravings on the wall begin to light up. And you find another set of stairs that leads down.
Wow!
Why so much stairs and ladders and up and down?
Arwynn?
Would you rather stairs or be stuck on a door again?
Honestly, I'd
Eileen
rather shut the
chuckles.
door.
Okay, if everyone could stay together, that'd be great. Okay. You guys find your way over here. Another long hallway, but you notice immediately on the left side, there appears to be a sort of like metal, kind of like iron door.
Hmm.
Do you still have your detect magic up, or was that concentration and it's no
Your
longer?
last 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it's up to DM discretion if it's still up or not.
I would say, when did you cast it? Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close. I would say
You,
it's
like,
still
feel in?
a little active still.
Okay.
We'll say like you get 1 more minute of it.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't cast any other spells. Wild Shape is not a spell.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, detect magic is still going.
the-
Anything magic?
Yeah, I pointed to
Anything
the door.
magic. You'll notice that most of the walls here are stone, so if there are magic things behind the walls, it's unlikely that you'll be able to detect them from where you are. But you do notice from there, at the very least, there seems to be something magical in the wall down here.
Hmm.
Down here.
Miara, go investigate.
Okay.
Miara,
you guys-
can't see the end of the wall.
You guys interacting with the iron door, or you just like going past it?
Well, if the door isn't magical,
I don't
then
trust
I would
doors
be willing to-
anymore.
I know, like if it's not magical, I'd be willing to peek in it to see
Yeah.
what's in the door. To be
Um,
froze, but in like a really lovely smile.
there is a very small gap between the floor and the door for you to peek through, if you would like to.
I would love to.
You kind of like peek through. You see what looks like a bunch of papers on the ground. You also see something like circular in the center of the room, but that's pretty much all you get.
Okay. I think I'm going to leave it for now, but maybe hit it up on the way out.
Okay. Yeah, Miara, you get to this point here, which is where the magical bit was.
I can't see much, unfortunately.
Um,
I can see more.
We'll just give you like 15, just so that's like easier for you to navigate.
Sure thing.
Like down here. You get a magical ping from the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the wall very curiously. There's something magical about the wall here.
Is it another illusory one?
That is
I poke
an
it.
idea.
You poke it. It feels like there's something solid here.
Mm.
But it somewhat resembles the other door that you kind of looked at earlier. Almost as if there's like a hidden door here.
Is there a pot nearby?
You don't see any pots nearby.
Darn.
I kind of like put both hands on it and kind of like run my fingers down looking for like a handle.
You find the handle. It is locked.
Okay. It is locked. Do I have to do this blind now? And I'm gonna try and like pick the lock without being able to see the lock.
Okay. Roll a check for me.
Like picking a lock is mostly like by sound anyway, because you can't see inside the lock. Like you're kind of just basing it off of like the
by
feeling.
sound, yeah.
Yeah, feel and sound. It's not as good.
11. Let me see here. 11 seems to unlock the door.
Nice. 3 for 3.
Yeah, you kind of like manage to find the correct points and you open the door. And inside this room, there appears to be a big kind of like war table in the center of the room that has this like big map of Ostera on it. And it seems to be like decently updated, at least updated enough to see Red Eye depicted on the map itself. you can see just like a couple little notes and bits and bobs, but nothing too significant. Eileen, however, as you're looking at this map, you'll notice that there are a bunch of red dots scattered all about the map in various cities and towns of Astera. Just like a whole bunch of like red dots. And if you watch them closely enough, some of them appear to be moving.
Marauders map type.
Marauders map, but for who?
I kind of like lean closer to kind of Eileen.
I
Closer.
lean closer. Got him.
I just joked myself. Okay. I lean closer. And observe like the little red dots moving around and kind of point at them and to get everyone's attention. Like, I think these might be people.
It's
Can
Crow
we see the
Cult
red dots?
members.
You just see Eileen point to a place on the map, and it just looks like a town.
Oh.
What are people? The town?
No, the red dots. See them? They're like moving around like little ants.
I don't see any red dots, Eileen.
Really? I'm like moving around the map, kind of like staring at each of them. Do they look like they're distinct at all? Like they would have any sort of like
They all appear to be the same size,
color?
but some are brighter than others.
Interesting. And there's nothing else in this room. You said there was some like papers on the table?
That was in...
Oh, that was the other room.
No, in this room, yeah, there seems to be like a couple like pins or like post-it notes on the map itself.
Okay. Do they say anything like significant, or are they just like town names or general weather information, or like is it like
Yeah, so you kind of like look at the notes. One of them says, meeting in Northreach on this day. Strange happenings in Atlas Dam, summoned monster. Just like general sort of... Well, to you it seems like general knowledge of the Mark of the Crow. Like you already know all this stuff. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Kind of waiting for like Abby to get back so we can decide what to do.
Arwynn, are you doing anything?
I guess noting down the entire map, like, like writing it out, because I'm sure.
It just looks like an ordinary map to you. You already have one sort of made out.
Okay.
But I guess I could tell you one of the pins. Let's see here. One of the pins is in... Very specifically... Oh, actually, I'll wait for Abby. Do you think it's a good time to take a break here? Probably a good time. I forgot about breaks. Yeah. Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll wait for Abby to get back, because this is kind of important.
Okay.
I could hear. I was just feeding the cat.
I love how you come like swooping in just as everybody else left.
I know. I could hear everyone leave, and I was like, no.
No, it's okay. It's just like 5 minutes. There was like important information that was going to be dropped, so didn't want you to not be here. You still there, Abby, or did you disconnect? Oh, weird. Okay. I can't hear you, though. Yeah, that's really weird, because, like, before your image froze as well, and it froze again for me. Oh! Say something?
Hello?
Hey, there you are. You're back.
Because, like, you're moving just fine, and I can hear you just fine. And same thing with
Yeah.
everyone else. It's just, like, occasionally you guys just stop listening to me, and I'm just like, "Oi."
A couple times where you literally, your screen froze, like, your face froze on the little webcam thing. And I think I even mentioned that at one point, but, like, you were frozen in place for a while. You probably thought you were getting ignored.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Because
just
we
like,
can't,
everyone
we can't
else
hear
is
you on this
moving and
end
talking.
when that happens.
Oh. But yeah, it's like, I have a wireless headset. I could hear the whole thing. I just realized that I left the cat outside because he was outside when I got home. He probably wanted to be fed.
Little bean just wanted some food.
So I let him in and he went right for the food. 'Cause, yeah, he's just... It's the only reason why he likes me is because food. I forget a lot of the gifts that I picked from Yar for her abilities.
Forget too. I should probably do some for Eileen. I thought I did a couple for Eileen. I know I did some.
I also
did one
forgot
for
that I have this
Swarm of
ability, but
Ravens.
was... Ah. That is a very good gif.
Yeah.
I also forgot that I have this.
It's so much fun.
See,
I
which
really
one?
don't think I have any other.
Oh, what did I pick for Druidic? Oh.
Massive druid stare.
What did I pick for Wild Shape? Oh god.
Oh my god.
And of course the
Put
gift
those
doesn't
in
even
some,
work
like,
anymore.
stockpiles.
It's only for Wild Shape, because Wild Shape is a long one.
Do you order anything on Temu?
No, I have not ordered anything on Temu. That was Combat Wild Shape, I forgot.
I just found, like, a Bloodborne figurine, and I'm like... I mean, you just saw the gif. It's a Bloodborne. Oh, what is that?
Oh, that is a Bloodborne gif.
Yeah. I hear the cat outside, like, clawing at the door. And my fiance is like, "Ya done."
Is Temu a real thing? Like, is it legit?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it really? I've always
It's
seen
basically,
like
like,
stuff
Witch.
ads for that.
Well, I mean,
okay.
obviously, like, I think anybody can sell anything on here. So you kind of have to...
So it's at your own discretion. Kind
It's
of.
at your own discretion, but I think most of the time it's fine. But if you see, like, a PS5 on there for, like, $10, yeah, it's not going to be real. Like, there's just certain things that you have to keep in mind.
Huh.
And people get all upset when they buy something that's supposed to be, like, I don't know, super expensive, and they get it for, like, $100, and then they don't actually get it, or it's, like, some ripoff, or, like, yeah. And it's like, what did you expect?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I
like,
doodle
like
Lieutenant Keon.
a Bloodborne figure.
Nice.
Cool.
It's really cool looking.
Heh yeah.
I want it. Yeah, you can pose it. Yeah. It's like $23. I kind of want it.
Fair. Reminds me of the fact that I'm seriously considering getting that Dishonored tattoo.
I saw somebody at PAX with it.
Nice.
I did, and I was so excited to see it. It was so cool.
I've decided to myself that if I still want it in December, then I'm going to make the appointment for it.
So you let yourself sit on it for like 6 months, and then if you're still wanting it, then
Yeah,
you're
because my Legend of Zelda one, I've wanted since I was like 16.
Mhm.
So that's several years. If I get the Dishonored one, then that means that I've been sitting on it for at least a year. So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
a decent time to think about it. Also, yeah,
It's
I have a wireless
yeah.
headset. I could hear. Yeah, the kitties.
That's a very cute drawing of Lieutenant Keon.
I try.
Okay, are we ready to get back into it?
Yes.
Yes, so you see one of the pins on the map. It's located in the in the oh my god. Hold on. Brain is what's the area called? It's the oh my god. The woodlands.
Where
One
in
of the
the woodlands?
one of the big pins are in the woodlands.
Where?
Closer to Victor's Hollow, but it seems kind of like weird.
Seems kind of weird.
Seems kind of weird. The other pins that you can see, there's one in the Highlands, which is the mountain area, and then there is another one in the Flatlands, somewhere close to where Pythus is right now, I suppose, on the map.
Would I recognize the specific point that it's in the woodlands? Because Miara's thing wasn't about animals; it was about the elements and nature. So she probably would have spent more time focusing on the trees and the terrain and the wilderness as opposed to animals.
I'll give you advantage on a survival check.
Okay.
Come on, Miara.
24.
You sense that this is somewhere close to your old home.
The pieces. They're falling together. Somehow.
Immediately just, like, her expression, which was, like, idly curious, like, this is potentially a thing, but she doesn't know a lot about the crow cults. She thinks that this is just an isolated little, like, because she sees red eyes on the map as more just like, the fuck is that? She's never really encountered the crow cults except for a brief little stint with them. But the fact that this is right near where her house is, I mean, her expression goes from idly curious to the fuck.
Dear question, is the pin in the woodlands like where we had the battle with what's his bucket and Hysis and stuff? Is it like that location?
No, it's a little
Would
further
Arwynn know
south.
this?
It's a little further south.
Oh, okay.
That area, yeah.
Interesting. I'm trying to figure out if they're like locations or if they're like points of.
It's somewhat
I don't
close
know.
to where we had the fight with the Trugast Viper,
Okay.
if that gives you any hints, but
And she points very specifically at that pin on the map. That is right near my house.
Well, that's intriguing. Doesn't bode well though.
No, it doesn't.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. You said there was a pin in the Highlands, right?
Yes. I guess I could send you to the map if you need a little bit more help with this.
Yeah. Let's look at the map real quick.
Okay.
Can we look at what we're looking at? Crazy.
Yes, so once again, the pin is the one in the woodlands is right up here.
Ooh.
The one in the flatlands is over here.
No, I was trying to make it.
So right next to Whisper Mill. And then the last one is somewhere in the middle of you don't know where yet. Or you
Question.
haven't been to.
If we have the whole map of Orstera in front of us, do we get to see the whole map?
I didn't think about this.
Like, that's what I was asking. I was like, you just said there was a map of Orstera, and I'm like, do we get to see the map?
Like Fog of War list.
Suppose...
I feel like it's kind of good for like knowing where we've been though. Like we can keep
That's
track
true.
of where we've
That's
been.
true.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I can make a duplicate that has the whole map and then where you've been if you want.
Nope. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it? But you'll see it. Your characters are seeing it right now. You can see it if you want.
I don't know. You guys decide.
I kind of like the Fog of War, but that's me.
Yeah. I like the Fog of War.
Okay. That's 2 out of 3. So we'll leave it in Fog of War. But yeah, those are the 3 pins on the map as far as you can see. So if we move back over to the place that there it is.
Would I have any like prior knowledge of like maybe where Pro Cult like base camps are, like suspicions of like where they might meet?
One of the big ones is in Northreach. Northreach is
right,
very
okay.
common.
The one
Where they
place
had a
we
meeting.
ignored
We were
entirely.
supposed to go. We knew they had a meeting. We just didn't go there.
We got a direct hint and we went like the complete opposite direction.
Another one is part of your backstory, so you already know where that is.
Right.
And that other... see if you know any more. That's probably it. That's all you know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not really sure what these are indicating, but obviously it's not good. They're definitely associated with the Crow Cult, whatever this map is.
Once I've had a bit of time to rest, we could investigate the one near my home.
Certainly.
I could get us there in but a moment.
A moment.
I know how to travel through trees, Eileen.
Oh, that's right. Tree travel. I forget about
Tree
this
travel,
kind
duh.
of thing. Duh. What was I thinking?
That's how we
Here I am
got to
thinking
it
I
in
have
the
to
first
walk
place.
or take a horse.
That's how I got
God's
to this
forbid
city in the
take a
first place.
bird.
Eileen.
I know.
Oh,
I
air balloon
understand.
travel.
I thought that you preferred
well-
this to bird travel.
I certainly do. I like to keep my boots on the ground. Unless I'm the one doing the flying. Thank you very much. Alright. I suppose we're not going to get much else out of this, but this is good to know. Looking at our general location, like where we are right now, are there any red dots moving around in our location?
There is one, actually.
Ooh.
That can't be good. That's gotta be a Crow Cult member. It has to be.
That's
This
what I was
has to be
thinking,
like, it has to be. Alright. Well, we should keep on our toes, because I have a feeling we have maybe an unwanted guest around here.
Are there any cities where there isn't? I kind of want to ask, but I can't see them.
Yeah.
Every city seems to have at least one dot in it.
Okay.
Contacts.
Except for
Everywhere.
Boulderful. Except for Boulderful, actually.
Intriguing.
Lucky Boulderful. Wait, what if the bastard that wasn't in the city? Hold on.
That's where we left Henry to be repaired. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah,
My
I'm
brain,
just
my
saying-
brain was thinking of the frickin' flower bastard.
That was like
no,
something-
that we ruined the boss
That was
fight
like
of.
Wellspring, I think. is what it's called.
Wellspring, that's right, yeah. The one that we ruined the boss fight of.
I do feel bad about that. All right, I wanna find out more.
Mhm.
Let's find out more.
Yes.
Okay.
Eileen's getting very focused. She
Okay.
knows we're on the right track.
Are you doing anything with the map?
Assumedly we could take it.
Can
Oh, is
we?
it like a paper map?
Mhm.
Oh heck yeah, I want to take the map. I thought it was like a war table where it was like built into the table, or it was like I don't know.
It's like a
I
big
thought the same
map.
thing, honestly.
It's not built into the table. It's like a map. Like you can take off.
I want that. Eileen wants that real bad. I take the little pins out and I roll it up.
Yeah, as you're rolling it up, your hand touches one of the dots coincidentally, and you hear like a name pop up in your mind as you touch the dot.
Ooh.
And what was the name?
Okay. Roll a d12 for me. d12. What was your roll?
4.
4. You're so lucky.
Oh.
You hear a name very familiar to you. This is someone you grew up with in your home.
Okay. That's cool.
This is your sibling. They're
Okay,
located
that's cool.
in next to very close to where that pin was. They're located very close to there.
Which pin was it? Was it Miara's home's pin?
Yes, Miara's
Or was it
in the woodlands. The
In the
dot was in the
woodlands,
woodlands.
No,
The
we have two
woodlands.
reasons to go there now, don't we?
Woodlands pin equals sibling? Okay.
Equals bro cult. Okay.
Okay. Eileen kind of freezes for a second. Kind of just like, okay. And then just kind of keeps rolling it up and puts it in her bag.
Alright, Eileen.
Fine. Just ready to keep going. And she just like goes for the door.
Okay.
Alright.
You guys exit back out into the hallway. 2 by 2, keep in mind, not 1 by 1.
I've given you trauma.
Oh wait. I just added a
Oh,
pin.
God.
Hold on.
We are in one right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so the hallway kind of like curves around the corner, left. If you want to keep going down this area. Or you could also take a look at the iron door that you just walked past. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I know. I kind of want to go look now. Now that we got the map, I kind of feel like this is an important door. Not just because Leah said that, but I was actually legitimately going to go over
Sure.
here.
Mhm.
Okay, I want to go in.
How long are we running to, by the way?
It's up to Taylor, but apparently she's...
I don't work Fridays anymore, so
Yeah, can
I'm
we...
here.
Do you reckon we can run for another... How long? Maybe?
I mean, I can go for another like 15 minutes.
I would
Okay.
say 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We can
That's
get through this
fine with
room and...
whatever, I just wanted to
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. I got
Okay.
some. other things to do, unfortunately.
It's another locked door. Unfortunately. How many locked doors can we find?
If only we had somebody good with locks.
Oh wait, we do. Eileen pulls out her little picks. She's not even like begrudgingly doing it. She's just like going straight to work. Like
You're currently 3 for 3. Let's see how it goes.
I was getting smaller and smaller numbers, so
This will be the one you fail. Just kidding.
Nope.
just kidding.
Just kidding.
Eileen's now determined.
You
She's
unlock the
jet focused.
door. You feel the lock mechanism open itself up.
I open the door. Oh,
You open the door, and you see in the center of this room a stone statue of an individual. Looks like they're mid drinking a cup.
And there's writing on the floor.
In addition, there's a whole bunch of pieces of paper all around the ground. There's a whole lot of other things in this room. But you also notice like there's like some sort of arcane magical circle below the statue. And on the wall, on the back wall, there's like a conspiracy board. With a whole bunch of like papers and like things like that. And then just like written in big red text, like painted on top of all the papers. Other words in like big bold red paint. The Witch's Garden.
do you think that has anything to do with that weird place that Miara was told to go to? That like
Most likely is. After all, she was described as a hag, I believe.
Yeah, also at the back wall there seems to be like a journal sort of half open.
Miara, go look at the journal. Being very
I
careful to
distinctly
not
look
touch
at
the magic
Arwynn.
circle.
I distinctly look at Arwynn. Avoid the arcane circle. This should be a no-brainer, okay?
Obviously, I'm not going to step in an arcane circle. I mean, I'm not that stupid. Who do you think I am?
I'm not calling
Eileen?
you stupid. I'm just stating the obvious.
We're gonna go to the journal.
Okay.
Well, they bicker.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you see like some very nice handwriting in the journal. And it reads, "To the person who snuck into my research lab, I would suggest you stop reading, else your curiosity gets you killed." Do you continue reading?
Looks
Say.
pointedly over at the statue. It says that whoever is snuck into their lab to stop reading lest their curiosity get them killed.
Oh. Well, we have a cat.
I'm not gonna put the cat's life in danger right now.
The cat is a familiar. They can just pop back. No problem.
Are you
Have
serious?
the cat read it.
Are you seriously considering this right now?
And look at
Yes,
him. He
I
looks
was
perfectly
considering.
capable.
Throw the cat.
Miara is gonna keep the book pointed at statue and gonna read it from the side and keep reading it.
Okay. You kind of like
Like you
face
might trigger a
the
trap.
the book
Exactly.
to the statue. "The red-eyed creature stationed in the East Australian Ocean seems to have some sort of petrification powers. Not only that, the petrification that it inflicts seems to be unique in a strange way. It's stronger than usual. The greater restorative magic seem to have only but a temporary effect, approximately 1 to 15 seconds of consciousness before the person is turned to stone yet again. Dosages from a
She's gonna
potion."
pause there.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Damn, I don't think I prepped Greater Restoration. And there's a material cost to Greater Restoration, isn't there?
Yes, it's like 300 diamond or something.
Oof.
Diamond dust worth at least 100 gold.
100. Thank you.
We stole some diamonds, but we used them on Silithe, right?
But we had extra.
Did we?
You guys have found enough to have extra.
That's true. We found a ton.
Yeah, you did. 'Cause you guys rolled well.
Okay.
She'll keep reading, but keep the thing facing the guy.
Okay. Dosages from a potion do not seem to extend this at all, almost as if the nature of the petrification itself is resistance to magic, has a resistance to magical influence. And then that's the end of the page.
You only had 15 seconds to write.
You can turn the page.
But wait, there's more.
Or it's the end of the page.
Well, that's the end. That's all we got here.
There's only one page in here. I go,
Oh, this book is only... It's a short story. It's a short story, you guys.
She's gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna look very pointedly at this man. Does this look like a very inquisitive man who might be writing in this fine...
They seem to be wearing the uniform, the same uniform that the Twilight Safeguard people were wearing.
Okay, does his general, like, visage look like a fancy man?
This person looks like a regular grunt, nobody that looks like a researcher in general.
Okay, so he's probably just been tormented by being greater restoration for 50 seconds and then goes back to normal.
poor guy.
He's just a test subject, that's it, okay.
Yeah. So maybe,
I wonder how long this will last. Help me!
Maybe he got too close to like Red Eye, right? And he got like
Yeah, probably.
afflicted with this, and they brought him back here, and they're trying to figure out how to like
undo
make
it.
it
Not
stop.
even, probably not even because they like this guy. Probably just because he's a good test subject.
Yeah. Well, the Twilight Safeguard might be like, okay, we don't actually know what their full motivations are. They don't sound great, but we don't know. We don't really know much
I mean,
about them.
if you don't remember, you heard from Trot that they were some sort of like vigilante group, but only recently they started acting a little bit weird.
Yeah. Probably some influence from some influencers of the non-social variety.
Miara is going to pull me and is going to take the book. Not read further yet, just take the book. Well, what I have gleaned from this book is that getting close to Red Eye is dangerous not only in general imposing size, but that he has the ability to petrify beings beyond the ability of greater restoration or other spells.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's just another reason to chalk up not going to fight that thing. I'd really rather avoid it.
We have many bits of information to find before we make a decision, I think. But I do believe we have a potential next destination if nobody has any other direct place to go. But first, obviously, we're going to finish examining this place.
Right. I have a strong feeling that there's something important here.
Okay.
I was gonna look again at the wall that says the Witch's Garden. Is there anything around the words the Witch's Garden that it might have been like leading towards, or leading towards the words?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll an investigation. Arwynn, I'd like for you. Tell me what you're doing first. What are you doing while they're looking at?
I guess I'm just waiting around because I'm the muscle of the operation. I'm not really the brain, so I'm waiting for the brains to figure out what the muscle has to do.
Okay. Just give me like a perception check.
Okay.
Uh-oh, other people.
Other people?
Yeah, Arwynn, you notice that there appears to be like a little something underneath one of the piles of paper. And what I mean by that is like the paper is like sitting on top of something, like a box or something.
Okay. Pressure plate? No, just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna go scout it out.
Okay. Are you gonna like lift the papers up, or are you just gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you
I know
you
you.
notice that beneath this giant pile of papers, there seems to be like a cage hidden underneath it.
What is inside cage? Kitty. Hi,
Ron does
Ron.
not want to be in your arms right
I
now. He
know.
wants to go explore.
You notice, peering in, there seems to be some sort of another stone statue in the cage.
In a cage.
Is it a small cage? How big is this cage?
It's kind of like dog-sized.
Is it like 8 by 11 like sized paper, but also I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but it's a rectangular prism,
Because you
yes.
said it was under like paper, so I figured it would be about that size.
Oh, no, it's much larger than a piece of paper.
Oh. Okay.
What
Maybe
is
like-
in the cage?
This big?
What are the exact dimensions of this cage?
1.5 meters by 1 meter by 1 meter.
Okay.
Sorry, let me
Okay.
Google in feet. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
You're
but what's in
American, you
it?
know
What's in it?
meters.
What's in
I
it?
know.
Well, Arwynn hasn't taken a look what's in it yet, so I can't tell you.
There's a statue
She's
in
just
it.
asking how big the cage is. She hasn't looked in there yet.
There is a statue. Oh, what is of what?
Roll a nature check for me.
I really am the brawn, not the brains.
Give me a nature check to see if you know what this is. And it's this seems to be a fairly common or infamously known creature. This is a basilisk.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Just for context, a basilisk is a creature that's known to petrify people.
Exactly how the turns have tabled.
Oh, right.
They just
But
put a
if it's-
mirror on him.
But no, if it's powerful enough to petrify a basilisk.
Push.
It's a supernatural petrification right there.
Yeah, because I don't think reflections work on basilisks.
Yeah, no, this is totally. I mean, even with like greater restoration and all this magic and stuff, they're not even able to fix it for more than 15 seconds. So, like, it's clearly very, very dangerous petrification. Like, if you get it, you're kind of screwed.
Yes, with your investigation, this is just like a collection of other random words, like potions or ointments, or but you see, like kind of like a circle that's circled together. You see all these other words that have been crossed out. You see herbs, and it's like a big circle, and then like an arrow pointing towards the witch's garden.
Mm. So, okay, the witch's garden had some sort of connection to the plants that Miara is after, right? Like-
if she's the one producing them.
She's the one producing them.
So if she's gone, then there's no more of the kill everyone in like 0.5 seconds when you breathe it in gas.
Right. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. We have to go to the witch's garden next. We have to, right?
No, that's a later stage thing.
Okay.
The broker specifically said the witch has a pet that prevents anyone from entering her garden. Must defeat this pet. The identity of this pet is elusive. Once you've seen it, you don't remember what it is.
I forgot about that.
And the broker specifically said that it's a monumental task to deal with
It's
this
a toughie.
bastard. It's a toughie. So
Okay.
that was
like-
definitely a later stage thing.
Yeah. It's like in Final Fantasy when you do the like scan and it's like this creature is extremely dangerous and you're just like, okay, that's like 20 levels above me. Got it. Okay. I'll come back later.
Exactly, just like that's not right now.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
mean,
point
maybe
for
they'll-
later.
Okay. All right, cool. So we have our info. I feel like there's not much we can do in this room. Like, we can't help them.
Yeah.
Not at
Yes,
all.
Mm-mm.
not only for 15 seconds, and that's after
Yeah.
I've had a long rest to get the ability.
But you have the journal, so we'll have
We
the
have the
journal. Hang on to the
Mhm.
journal.
Yes.
That'll be a good source of info.
How big is the basilisk, and can the cage open?
The basilisk is like dog-sized, and it looks like it can be opened.
Are you gonna take the basilisk?
Basilisk at you.
It could be my pet that doesn't talk back to me.
Just carry around with you this giant stone basilisk.
Hey, you want to see my basilisk? He just pulls out a stone basilisk. That's how cool I am.
It
That's
is
how cool
Pet rock
pretty
to a
heavy,
level.
though.
My pet rock, yeah.
Pet rock.
I mean, it's a very pretty pet rock.
Oh, you're kidding me!
My pet rock. It's a basilisk.
It's actually a basilisk, but it only survives for 15 seconds after we fix it.
Heck yeah.
50,
Could
50
use that
seconds
to
where
my
it's
advantage.
confused and angry, and it goes back to being a statue.
Okay. So, if we have nothing else to do in this room, if we're not continuing with the journal, I believe that's a good spot to end the session.
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's a good spot.
That's it. Thanks for coming, everybody. That's
Thank you so
session
much.
60 of Tales of Ostera. Yeah, that's it. I don't know, how do I end a session again? Goodbye, recording!
Bye.